So I was actually on Grisdale JCR last term, and I was the Women's Community Officer, which comes under the Department of Welfare. And so I know they've got things like the CAT teams within the colleges. You can go to the base. They've got they can also refer you outside if needs be. But I'm not sure many students actually know how to get to that point in the first place. So a lot of the university relies on you self-referring.
In terms of support we've had from the university, we've asked for training for the committee members, but sort of our contact with Luso explained that the only training they could offer would be like emergency mental health care, and it's not emergency cases that we're dealing with. But I think that's more of an industry problem rather than a Luso problem.
I think a lot of the team we're aware of have they do have a lot of mental health problems and also just like life issues, and it became quite apparent that a lot of the team members would go to other team members for advice. So as a welfare officer, I tend to think about the mental health aspects of the team, also just the general well-being, the morale of the team as well, I suppose. We're quite, especially the men's team, they're quite competitive and it can get quite stressful, so making sure there's no disputes even within the team. I think for a lot of people sport is a way out, and so having someone there that they can go to is quite an important aspect, especially when like the uni services, they have the resources but not necessarily the manpower, and so often you'll be waiting. I know people that have waited 3 months for self-referral.
I love athletics because it's a very social sport. You train as part of a group, so everyone around you pushes you hard. You get a lot out of each training session, and I love how diverse it is. You've got an event for everyone, so you get to meet a great mix of people, and it's also got a great competitive side. You know, competitions can get quite big. You know, you've got a lot of support around you, so yeah, it's got a lot to it.
Obviously, it's very difficult at uni, like with the hours that I put into rugby, but I sort of found over the years you sort of just naturally find that balance, but especially in first year it was sort of the balance was predominantly on rugby, as much as I hate to admit it, but now yeah, sort of found that balance, but the stress still does get to you, especially when it comes towards the end of term and rugby teams weighing on you to perform better, but then your degree, you have exams, so it's definitely tough.
I love training, and I love the competitive nature of it as well, but I did used to work myself up a bit when I first started getting really competitive. Got a bit nervous.
I don't know, because I feel like at the same time sport can definitely be a coping mechanism. For me, I love when I'm playing rugby, I don't think about anything else, and I think that's exactly the kind of thing you need to help get over sort of mental health issues, is find that thing. You find more people in the same boat, and you are, especially as a fresher, you come into uni not knowing many people, and you instantly get to know sort of 30, 40 people who are all in the same boat, and who could all be struggling with the same mental health issues and any problems like that. So I definitely think passively it has a massive help.
The Student Union currently do a thing where they sponsor first aid training. I think it'd be really good if moving forward they could have a sponsored welfare training type of thing where they actually actively help.
We're lucky within the rugby club that we've created that environment on a Tuesday night that we can come and we can just talk about anything. We can talk about family, we talk about friends, we can talk about problems with relationships, etc. I think the university and the Students' Union are just stopping at let's get the conversation going, because especially with males like rugby players, like your cricketers, your hockey players, talking about mental health and then actually acting on it is two different things.
We had someone come in and give us a talk about how it's important to open up the conversation about mental health. So just a few members of the exec decided that it'd be a good idea to set up the welfare team.
Is a lot for one person to deal with, so having a committee first of all is a good thing to have, to share that responsibility. We've actually changed the structure of our club for next year to incorporate the welfare committee to make it a solid position that can be managed within the structure of the club.
We also feel that sometimes we haven't had the support from the Students' Union with, say, room booking, because we do each Tuesday in whatever room we find free because we haven't had the facility to book a room yet.
I think having a welfare team instead of just a specific welfare member is excellent, because then it shares the burden. Like, obviously with one welfare member, with just an exclusive welfare sec, it's a lot for them to take on throughout the week, especially in a large club having to deal with, and especially in rugby union where we thought that a lot of the boys might not have been going through the issues that we were aiming to tackle. And seeing the numbers coming out to us and sort of opening up about issues, we sort of realised that it should have been implemented years ago, just to help everyone, because everyone has their own troubles at uni, but they might not open up about them.